All right, welcome back. So today we have some match footage from the Marauder Multigun. This match was meant to benefit the Sponte Foundation, so absolutely a great cause. The Ranger Regiment has done phenomenal things on behalf of our nation, especially throughout the War on Terror. So very worthy cause. We'll see how this match went. All right, so my first stage, engage the pistol, make the spinner spin, and then do some rifle stuff. So we'll see a trend here. Shoot your pistol, shoot your rifle. This is really my biggest complaint with this match. Is just that stage design seemed to have been phoned in a little bit. Nothing against the ROs, nothing against the match director, but I expect a little bit more work for the stages. So here we're shooting some rifle targets. These were all at about 200 yards. I simply dialed zero point 0.4 mils on my Knife Force MX8 and held center. And I shot this stage all with 55 grain ammo. And here we got my first confusion.
Two per?
Didn't pay attention sufficiently to the stage brief and just kind of forgot I was shooting the rifle stuff twice. So we'll see that again here in some other stages.
Okay.
Definitely struggled here because my position was not comfortable for me. I was kind of a weird crouch, so I had to put some more effort into getting those hits. I think I also underestimated the distances on the targets. They're probably closer to 300 yards, but we did make it work in the end here.
All 10 rounds. Let it have it. Not bad. All right, got one.
Yeah. So every plate hit with the Uzi was one less that you had to hit with your pistol. Unfortunately, I did not bring my best pistol game to this stage. So I fumbled that reload, went for the second mag, and then just did not shoot as well as I usually shoot on a plate rack. This was a blind stage, but I knew I was going to be engaging some movers, and we had the marathon robotic targets out there. Judging by the results of my impacts, I think that they were set for 4 hits each to go down. This stage was a good example of using the top mounted red dot. You saw me come out in that close target, now I'm back in my magnified optic. So very quick just to lift my head for the close ones and then get back down for the far target as they appear. So I did not engage these pistol targets twice like I was supposed to. I don't know if coaching was allowed, not allowed, but I had 150 seconds of penalties for that. So I was immediately basically dropped out of the standings because of the rule set there. I don't like that kind of setup for a match. It's very rare to see, a specified thing. Usually it's 1 hit each, 2 hits each. The very directed shooting a drill style stage design was really not my cup of tea. Right here in first position, just engaging rifle targets left to right. Pretty simple, going 1 for 1 on all of that using my small game changer bag with the light fill.
Hit! 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 Hit!
The rules were that if you used a bag, you had to carry it throughout the whole match. So all guys would just hold it in their hand and then drop it or throw it. I just had it clipped onto my belt by my frag pouch. The pistol steel here spells out Ranger, so small letters to engage and then a tiny little plate. And then we'll get up top here and we'll start working on some marathon targets. See me unclipping my game changer bag. Having the 45 round PMAG definitely was an advantage. I fired 41 rounds on this stage. I just started giving them quick double taps as I could lead. 2 rounds was about as much as I could manage and keep the lead, so that's what I was going with. These marathon targets were programmed to have a random amount of hits to go down. Great for training, not great for competitive equity though.
Hit! 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 Hit!
One thing I think this match shows from the footage is kind of the great value of an LPVO having that variable magnification range. So I'm shooting one stage on 8, one stage on 6. Now I'm back down to about 4.5. So I want a wider field of view. On those moving targets, they're a little bit closer. So having a LPVO, using it throughout its magnification range, is definitely something to develop as a shooter. It's going to benefit you in a host of different situations. This was basically just a falling steel stage, 3 positions, 3 arrays. Pays to shoot an open pistol with a 170 millimeter magazine. You just gotta knock them down. See me fixing my ear pro, get into the second box. I was doing a reload between each position, and that was kind of my scheme for this.
you are finished, unload, show clear.
Yep, I left one target up, kind of blended into the background, and then we just knock that down. This stage has a lot of great potential, but the targetry was just kind of phoned in. So E-types, especially when it's two hits anywhere, just way too big of a target. USPSA targets, PCSL targets, they're not that hard to get. And then we'll see what we engage with the pistol looks like whatever rifle targets were out there in those bays. So not really, the best way to create a challenging stage for the shooter. So we start here with a strong hand only on a drop mag target, and then we move to the rifle. My photographer actually got this in slow motion, so I'm trying to fix the speeds. That's why this looks a little bit weird. So you shot the rifle targets with the rifle, cleared the gun out, and then you went down, spun two spinners with your pistol. So again, last target is a drop mag target. And I chose to engage both spinners simultaneously. I think that actually worked out very well. So getting on that trigger, trying to get some solid hits, time the spinners correctly is definitely a match-specific shooting skill. It's one of the reasons I'm not a big fan of a spinner. It's really just, do you know how to do this? This was our last stage of the day. Again, starting unloaded, shoot the rifle, then shoot the pistol here. So one hit per steel, and come into the facade, engage with the rifle, and then transition to pistol using the dump barrel. So I engage these targets right to left instead of left to right. So I got a failure to do right for each of them, which again put me further down the standings. No reason to have that as a rule. Again, we can tweak this match and make this better and more like practical shooting in the future. So to close out, I took a few days before recording this to kind of get my thoughts together. I think I'm doing a pretty good job of separating my match performance with my outlook on the match. And I think that this match has a ton of potential. There's a ton you can do at Clinton House. The shooters are great, the ROs are great. And I look at stuff like the Hard as Hell 2 gun that I'll link in the description and how phenomenal that match was. And really, I see a ton of potential for the Marauder Multigun. But this year, I think was a little bit disappointing. As always, guys, I appreciate you tuning in. I appreciate you guys watching all the way to the end here. Any questions or comments, please let me know. Thanks.